What's up guys, Jay's 2 cents here. We're taking a little break from all of the launch stuff. We'll give you guys some more interesting content, at least what I think. So when I'm bored, I like to sort of peruse the internet, Amazon's Beyond section to see what weird tech stuff I can kind of find. And one of the things that I feel like we've sort of made popular on this channel, we weren't the first to do it, but we definitely were one of the biggest channels to talk about it, and that is sensor panels. I mean, we've done a tutorial on how to set one up. You take a Raspberry Pi, I put one in my Black Ice build, I put one in my Spectre build. And the cool thing is you can get different sizes, 5-inch screen, 7-inch screen, and it's really awesome to be able to have this panel just there telling you everything about your system, like a dashboard for a car. But it kind of gets expensive if you start looking at the cost of decent Raspberry Pi screens, even IPS screens now available in the 5 and 7-inch form factor. But you start looking at 60, 70, 80 bucks, 90 bucks per screen, and then having to set up AIDA64, and buy a license for that. It just kind of gets convoluted. And I found this for $39.99. Gets you basically exactly that. It's almost like this company's trying to put me out of a job. So I ordered it. And that's what I got. The Phantix G360A PC case features a mesh front panel for ample airflow, room for full-length GPUs up to 400 millimeters long, 360 millimeter radiator support, and integrated DRGB lighting compatible with all motherboard RGB lighting controllers. To see the full list of specs and colors available, follow the link in the description below. It's smaller than an SSD. If I had to make a guess, I'd say it's like a 3-inch screen. Well, hold on. Yeah, it's about a 3-inch screen.
It's a little bit bigger than average.
I think so. So in terms of the build quality though, it feels like it's actually like a metal casing on there. So we've got a USB-C input on one side and a USB-C input on the top. So I think that way you can have orientation. I have my laptop here because the way it interfaces with your system is actually through a USB-C cable. This is probably the only value in my opinion in this entire package now. It's just the cable because look, I thought this was gonna be like at least a 5-inch screen, honestly. If you look at the image, compared to the size of this, the amount of data they're sticking on there, you would need like binoculars to see it. I have no idea what the resolution of this is. We've got 2 stickers that are like an orange strip. You also get this, a stand. It's actually very flimsy. Okay, so it pops open and then you just, it's like the world's smallest smartphone. Hello? I'd like to order a bigger screen, please. 3.5-inch smart screen. Okay, so it's a little above average. PC monitor software. Enter the website to download. No need to install driver on Windows 10 for some Win 7 system. No need to install driver on Win 10 for some Win 7 system. I'm gonna get so hacked now. It just links you to a Google Drive. If you want Celsius, you have to download one version. If you want Fahrenheit, you have to download the other version. Fortunately, nobody should be using Fahrenheit when it comes to monitoring temperatures on a PC. Windows is trained to protect your PC. By unknown publisher. Run anyway! Live on the edge, I always say. The program needs to be ran by administrator access.
Oh my God.
This is getting more sketchy as I go. I do not recommend ever. If a piece of software needs admin rights to install, be very concerned, especially when it comes from, there's anime. So it's the Turing Smart Screen. It's not until we say run that it will send the info to the screen, I'm thinking. But anyway, check this out. So a theme, we got 3.5-inch theme 1, 3.5-inch theme 2. Oh, that looks a lot cooler than the anime. Cyberpunk, we have a Cyberpunk theme. Oh, that's actually good. This says Intel 10900K. This is an AMD system. And it says RTX 3060 as a GPU by default. So it's just got random stuff thrown in there. So I'm gonna be like, AMD. So we got user-defined 1, user-defined 2. That's where it says RTX GeForce RTX 3060. Background setting, what is this? Is this for images?
Oh geez, oh no.
Dude, it's actually pretty sharp. Okay, so I don't like that the titles are in Chinese. Okay, device, blank, there's nothing there. Sub-item, there's nothing there. When they say landscape, they mean it. Look, landscape. It doesn't look too bad, and you can actually see it. The question is, it's not showing anything. It's not showing, not the 0.0 and 0.0. I wanna know what those are. So this is like, it's got its own little server deal that has to always be running here. It's clearly linking via the cable to it. It's like, I have to hit, as you can see here, I have to hit stop, right? And then I can start changing things here. All right, so what if I was to do like a, do I have Cinebench on here? I do have Cinebench. So let's see what happens to like, if it can update CPU temp and stuff. Oh yeah, look at that. 99, so that's clearly CPU right there in the middle. I'm not sure what the top one is. Yeah, and then the bottom one must be drive, maybe? I don't know.
RAM.
Oh yeah, maybe RAM.
The CPU temp is stuck.
It also says 0.1 gigahertz at the bottom, 0.9 gigahertz. So that reading is false. I changed it to that. So now it's marked a little better. It says network. That's what the 0.0 is, network. Shows hard drive temperature theoretically. CPU is showing properly. But the clock says 0.1, that's wrong. All right, you know what? I think I can stop right here. It's neat, they tried. Clearly it's not gonna get you the granular level of control that we have showed how to use Ada64 and then just taking a Raspberry Pi screen and hooking it up directly to the HDMI output on your graphics card if you have a spare HDMI out. If you're running an Intel GPU, or you could potentially use the motherboard out as well for that, so you're not having to put it on your graphics card. But I mean, this, first of all, I feel completely duped. Like maybe it says somewhere in the listing that it's 3.5 inch. I'm gonna double check now because they actually here's the thing, they actually call it a sensor panel. And that's what we called it.
That's actually what Ada calls it, so.
True.
Maybe they're infringing on that.
So if I look at the listing again, here's right there. English version, so that's a good start. Temp monitor, PC sensor, panel display, PC temperature display for PC, ARGB computer case, secondary screen. How many buzzwords did they put in there? Oh yeah, it does say way down at the bottom. It's an IPS. It's an IPS screen. IPS full view, 3.5 inch mini screen, display area, overall size. So I realistically thought this was bigger. I really did. But you know what? That's on me. I didn't read the info. I would recommend, honestly, saving the 40 bucks on this, because how much is a 5-inch? 5-inch Raspberry Pi screen. $56. Or this guy right here, the Elecro 5-inch one, it's $43. Yeah, and it's not bad. All the plugs are on one side on the top. You wanna stick it inside your display or something. Heck, here's an Elec Lab Raspberry Pi touchscreen 5-inch DPI IPS capacitive LCD, 480 by 854. Not terrible in terms of resolution. $29. It's $10 cheaper than this. There's a Freenove 5-inch touchscreen monitor for Raspberry Pi, 800 by 400 IPS display for $39.99, the same price as this, and it comes with a stand, and you can put it on your desk just like we showed. The only difference is instead of just running an HDMI cable, you have to run a USB for power. But you know what? You're running a cable anyway if you're gonna be using this, so zip time together nicely and cable manage it, put it on your desk next to your screen, or your monitor or whatever, and you have a sensor panel right there. So I thought I'd give this a shot because I was curious as to whether or not this would be an easy one plug solution for people that don't want to go through and have to follow our tutorial on how to set up an Ada64 sensor panel. By the way, I will link that down below. I'm not gonna link this at all. I'm not gonna link this. I'll link the screens. This is garbage based off of a trend that was getting really popular, and I think our video helped make it more popular. So don't waste your money with this. I'll put links to screens down below, as well as our guide on how to set up a sensor panel. Every PC of mine since that video, and every PC in the future will have a sensor panel in it. It's just so nice to, while I'm streaming or gaming, to glance, because people ask me all the time, like, how much FPS are you getting? I have to go, 122, you know? It's nice. to be able to see like what's happening. Or to go, I'm getting major frame stutters, and look to the right and see that the GPU usage is really low. In fact, it's how I've been able to find out in Phasmophobia that there's a bad memory leak in there in their latest build, because I can actually watch the memory usage go up by about 2 megabytes every 10 seconds. And then start a live stream, what is every Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific. Start a live stream where I'm playing Phasmophobia with friends and stuff. See that we start the game with like 12 gigabytes of memory is being used. I have 64 gigs of memory in my system. And then by the end of the 4-hour stream, my FPS is tanked, and I look over and we're using 30 gigabytes. Restart the game and see that we're back down to like 11 or 12. So I would not know all that if I couldn't just glance at my system and see all of that data there. This was a nice try, but we're not gonna waste our money with that, are we? We're gonna buy stuff that we know works. That's why it's down in the description below. And Amazon got 40 bucks, so I'm the idiot. Actually, they got 40 bucks. Amazon probably got like 10 of it. I don't know, whatever. This is garbage, don't buy. All right guys, thanks for watching. I was worried companies like this were gonna put me out of business, but no, they only strengthen the fact of why we are here. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe, because we got a lot of shit coming this season.